What are we doing, girls?
Quacks.
What are we building today, Shy? What are we building? Drew's here. What up, Drew?
What up?
Yeah, buddy. What are we building today?
Ta-da!
Ta-da! We're building a new session. Yes. Say ta-da!
Ta-da.
This is the new session with the high pivot, the idler pulley. This thing's like a downhill race machine. It's meant to just plow, just demolish rocks and roots and go real fast. And I'm really excited to check this thing out. And you know, it comes with 29-inch wheels. So I'm gonna set it up like that to start out with. But you can also set it up mullet. You can also set it up 27.5. But I'm gonna just go with 29. Sorry, Chloe, I just stepped on your foot. At least it doesn't look like my foot, Chloe. From the last video, when you saw me roll my ankle, it's looking a lot better now, like a lot better. There's only a little bit of purple going on still, but I'm gonna be back on the bike pretty soon. And when I am back on the bike, I'm gonna have this thing complete, hopefully, if we do our job today. We got this, Drew, we got this. If it was just me, I don't know, but got Drew. And anyways, hey, don't do it. I got to get this thing. I'm trying to.
Dad, I want to write C-A-M-E-R-O-N.
So if I get this thing built up, I'm going to take it out to Utah and ride with my brother. I don't know if I should bring the 29s, if I should go mullet, or if I should go full 27.5. So no parts on it right now, but I got all the parts we're going to throw on there. We got the 58, the Marzocchi 58 hiding out over there. I got this shock right here. This is going to be a super build, but the only, what do you call the green stuff that Superman doesn't like?
Kryptonite.
Yes, the only kryptonite. This is my green stuff, and it's definitely not kryptonite. So the only kryptonite in the plan today is that we don't have the spacers. We don't have the bushings and the ID pins to get this thing on here. So I got a week before I leave, so I got plenty of time to get that. Most of the time, Drew's going to be doing the important stuff, and I'll just be babbling. Because anytime I try to do a bike build video where I'm the one building the bike and I'm the one filming it, I'm not good at building bikes and I'm not good at filming. So it doesn't work. If I was good at one of those two things, I might be able to do them both simultaneously, but that's not the world we live in. It's not the case. So I got Drew over here to help me out with both of those duties. And we're just gonna go part by part, throwing these things on here, getting it ready to ride, minus the shock bushings. But like I say, we got a week. We'll start with the rear shock, even though we don't have the spacers, but it'll kind of just hold the bike together, right? It'll make sense.
Tie the rim together.
It'll tie the rim together. So we'll start with the shock on there. We'll just throw those shock bolts in there just to give the whole thing a little structural integrity. For the person who's going to comment, what exactly are the dimensions of that shock? Boom.
We got the paper.
And it looks like that on there. Yep. Oh yeah, it's already happening. Look at the speckled paint job. It's sick. It looks as if the girls were successful in their Sharpieizing my frame, but it actually comes like that. If they did Sharpie it all over, you wouldn't even notice because it comes Starry Night speckle. Next up, it's time to put on the cranks. So we got some Saint cranks that are going on this beast right here. I think, yeah, I pretty much run 165s on every bike. Gotta make sure you got that 83 millimeter bottom bracket there. Make sure they're gonna fit on the downhill bike. Freshy set of cranks. Oh, okay, let's see what it's gonna look like on there. Let's see. Did we forget something? Did we forget something? Why doesn't it fit? Did we forget something, Drew?
Yep, we're gonna need something.
It looks sick though. Look, it looks good with the shock. All right. We'll put. Should we run a bottom bracket on this bike?
We probably should.
We could save weight by trying. Do you think it'll work without a bottom bracket? We should do the bottom bracket.
Yeah, it would run, but
We'll do the bottom bracket. And luckily, Saint cranks come with a bottom bracket. You don't have to buy a bottom bracket separate, you know? They hook you up. Both sides, too. Both sides. Look at this. You look away for 1 second, and look how productive I am. I got a ponytail, and I got half the BB on. We decided we're going. Right, Shiley?
multitasking.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate my ponytail?
I think I like mommy's and yours.
Yeah, mommy's are a little bit better than daddy's, huh?
No,
Kind of like
yours are way good.
when I build a bike versus when Drew builds a bike. It's like the difference between mommy's and daddy's ponytails. No, we got it in case we want to take her somewhere. Dialed. Sometimes I do bike build videos and people call me out for not lubing things up. So what are we going to do? We're going to learn. They say you're supposed to lube it up. All right. Okay, Ryder, set them up. Ryder dropping in 3, 2, 1. Here we are. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Boom. Oh yeah, what are we going here? We're going 36. We're just going with what came on it. 36 tooth. Yep. Sounds good to me. Nice one, Shy. You should ride your skateboard over that. Go. Paddle, paddle, paddle. Yeah. That's actually pretty cool. Paddle, paddle, paddle. Stand up. It's so funny. I'm like so used to this thing that I just know. Creature of habit. Oh yeah, the same. Got the same with your tool. Your tools are better. All right. Good. Cranks are on. What should we do next? Let's put the fork on.
Let's do it.
Okay. Where is the fork? Shiley, where's the fork?
Oh.
There. You found it. Good job. Oh, come on. Sick. Going with the Marzocchi Bomber 58. And this one's for a 29-inch wheel, which is like, I guess I just got to say thank you because you made me one for a 29-inch wheel. Because I got this gigantic downhill bike meant for ripping fast over rough terrain. Ooh, and this is what's cool too. With this bike, say I wanted to run full 27.5. It comes with some cups. So you can run full 27.5 without having to get a 27.5 fork. Just leave the 29 fork. This kid is insane. You having fun, Shy? So much for like being able to hear anything I'm saying. Just fast forward to the end when the bike's done, all right? So yes, Marzocchi Bomber 58 for a 29-inch wheel. But if I want to run it full 27.5, I can put in some different cups here and adjust the geometry to be like normal, to be the way the geometry is supposed to be, but with 27.5 wheels. So we better put the race on there. And the next time you see this, it's gonna have a fork on it. Okay. So we're gonna put the race on now. And I got a pretty sweet tool. Have you seen my race setting tool, Drew? Homemade, Home Depot, couple pieces of PVC. You go like this, 1, 2, 3. Done. Nope, 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 needs a couple more. The only thing damaged was the PVC. All the metal parts that we care about are intact. And look at that, the race is on there. The race is on. Think that's enough to go underneath our mark?
Yep.
All right, let's do it then. Here we go.
Measure once, cut once.
Ow!
So that hit your ankle.
So now I got a sprained ankle on this side and then a dented top metatarsal on this side. Hey, at least I didn't mess the bike up. I just messed myself up. Oh, smooth.
What about the star nut?
Should we put it on now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do it now. Do it live. That's probably way easier to do with everything off, huh? Here we go. I got this thing right here. Shiley, can you say star nut?
Blah, blah.
Star nut. Looks a little crooked, doesn't it?
Yep.
It looks good now, though, kind of. See that? Star nutified. I see. Whoa. I can see the lens. We're so close to having a fork on this thing. Drum roll, please. Okay. We're gonna have a little bit of space for showing up top. Yes, that will go. The fork is on, Drew. Looks good on there. Shock looks good on there.
Shocks.
Fork looks good on there. Shocks, pegs. Should we put pegs on this thing?
Could be cool, yeah.
Lucky.
Call your friends around the bike park.
We can catch like 3 feet of air. We can catch like 58 feet of air. Oh, we need to make a 58-foot jump for the 58. I don't know why I haven't thought about that yet. So one of the things I'm weird about is the stem that I have on downhill bikes. I'm obsessed with this old stem. It's a Shimano Pro stem. I don't know what it's called because the graphics are kind of rubbing off, but I just need it on my downhill bike. It's the only one that I really trust. I don't know, it's just that it feels right. It's not that I trust it, it's just that if I try other stems, they just feel weird. And so I know if I see this thing on there in all its like patinaed glory, I look down and I'm like, that's my bike. So therefore, this thing's going on this fresh rig too. It's like a nice little creature comfort appointment. And I put it in the long setting. It's got 2 different slots where you can bolt through. You can have it shorter than this. And we don't want to tighten it all the way up yet until we get the handlebars in there. So we're just going to let it hang like that. Zoom. Running the bars that came with it, the trusty old Bontrager Line 35, scratch my stanchions, smooth move.
Is that Curb and Ferber?
Is that Curb and Ferber? Just a little bit looser.
We're back.
Oh, we're back. The plot has thickened. My whole monologue about how much I love this stem so dearly, and then talking about how I'm putting on this Curb and Ferber Bontrager Line Pro 35. Well, guess what? My heirloom stem is not 35 millimeters, so off with the bars. We're gonna find something else. We're gonna maybe just find a simple little aluminum pair of handlebars somewhere in here that we're gonna slide through there, because not using the stem is not an option. You didn't believe me about loving this stem so much, did you? You didn't believe me. This is my setup. Do you think this will be noticeable?
You could ride some skinny trees.
We're gonna reverse some trends right now?
Yeah.
The whole wide bar thing, that's been going on for a long time. I feel like what was old is now new. So we're going back to narrow bars. Let's see,
It's gonna get twitchy.
what are these things? I usually run like 31 or something on my downhill bike. We're going 20 and a half. You gotta really focus consciously on keeping your elbows out when you got 20 and a half inch bars. How much do I love this stem? If these were the only bars that I had that would fit, I would use them. I'm hoping they're not the only bars that I have that will fit. This is like the ultimate in creature comforts now. The brand new downhill bike with all new parts except for the bar and stem. Old, trusted. These bars, I found them in the drawer, luckily, and they definitely came off of one of my old downhill bikes. And they're perfect. They're perfect for this bike. They just work. This is the first time in so super long that I've had a downhill bike that isn't like a rampagified, shortened down, gymnastified version of a downhill bike. This is just like a regular old modern day, current era downhill bike meant for smashing. But you can also fiddle around with it and put smaller wheels on it and stuff like that. So this summer, a bachelor and whatnot, rockfall, just smashing, high pivot, idler pulley, letting that rear wheel go back rather than straight up. I don't know. I think it's gonna be cool. The people who are really good at smashing over things at speed say that this is the jam, so I trust them. And then if we can also flip it off some cliffs or something, then it's like the perfect downhill bike. It might have it all. It's got my old bar and stem, and that's all that really matters. Same brakes, front and rear. It's on. Well, they're not on yet, but like figuratively, like it's on. And then as soon as we put them on,
Nice unboxing.
yeah, this is an unboxing video. Just shake it until it comes out of the box. Progress update. I'm just sitting here icing my ankle while Drew is just absolutely killing it, doing all the hard work. He's got rear brake and shifter on, internally routed. He's got front brake on, cut, so it's all tidy and nice. And now he's doing rotors. I found some 203 rotors here. Rotors are hard to come by these days, folks. If you got some rotors, count your blessings. But I found some old vintage. These are like vintage rotors here, old XT 203s. They're gonna get the job done. First wheel, one of two. This thing's gonna have 2 wheels, right? Elevation time. So I don't know, what do you think? I'm going with the red grips on this thing. I made the judgment call. And it's like partially a judgment call, but it's also, when I opened up the Census Grips drawer, the only brand new ones I had left were red. I think it looks pretty sweet. Let's get back here and decide if we like it. Let's like roll my ankle on some tools. I'm in, dude. I'm in on the red grips. We're doing it. Yay or nay? Yeah? All right. It's like gladiator style. Like this? No, like this. We're going with the red grips. We've got the derailleurs on now. Now it's time to put the chain on, which really makes us a bike because then it can be pedaled. Tell me about chains, Drew.
Made of multiple links,
Yes.
plates and pins. It's literally the driving force of a bicycle. A Shimano chain, do take note that it does have a direction.
Oh, that's right.
Can you see lettering?
Can you feel the love tonight? Well, it's a lighting issue also.
Yeah.
But just trust us. There, it says Shimano on the
You
chain.
want to be able to read it.
You want to be able to read it, not standing on your head. Oh, this thing's looking really sick. Back in the chamber. The bike is a bike. The bike is a bike. Bikes. It was just a frame and a pile of parts. We gotta find shock hardware. Like not today, but we can do this probably. It's possible.
We got the specs.
Ooh, I know one more thing we could put on there.
Sticker.
Pedals. Oh yeah, stickers too. Pedals and stickers coming right up. All right, so going with the theme we have here of like brand new stuff, but plus putting some like creature comforts in there that are, you know, a little bit older and used and seasoned. My brother's pedals, the Deity T-Max. My brother hooked me up with these pedals a while back, and I figure it's fitting because the first time I ride this bike is going to be with Ty in Utah. This thing's going in a bike bag, and we're heading out there soonish. So it's only appropriate to throw these suckers on here. Plus, they just feel better on your feet than any other pedals. This kid has spent way too much time on a computer designing these things, and he totally killed it. Dual concave, and I mean, they've been out for a long time. Everybody knows. These things fly off the shelves. Everybody knows these pedals are the sickest.
Do those use the shin safe pins?
These pins are a shin's worst nightmare, but your shoe's best friend.
I got a
Like-
couple tattoos from those.
Yeah, you do. Ah, we should cut to a shot of your scar. All right, which ones are the T-Max?
I think that one was.
This is how you know this
I think
guy is a
a
mountain
couple of
biker right
these.
here.
Lately, it's just been this one.
Yes. Have you ever heard of shin pads?
Sometimes, yeah.
Nobody likes shin pads anymore. I swear, it's the craziest thing.
Make good ones anymore.
I know, you're right. That's why I still run those ones. I'm going to show you these shin pads that I love. They don't make them anymore, but these are my favorites, dude. That's armor right there. For example, you're good, man. Take it to the shin guard. But that's a badge of honor. Your shin diggers are a badge of honor. I'm probably going to get some from these T-Max, and I'll show them off with pride.
Band-Aid in business.
That's right, yeah. Band-Aid stock going up as soon as the T-Mac pedals got popular. All right, time for the Shimano stickers to go on. That's kind of like, I know that we don't have shock hardware, which is like, you know, a little asterisk in this otherwise successful bike build, but we're gonna get the shock hardware before I go to Utah. So we're not gonna ride it for a lap around the block, and we're not going to put a blindfold on and ride it around the block like we did in one video where I ran into something and an electrical box and hurt myself. This is gonna end simply and chill by doing what you do with a new bike when it's done and all the parts are on. This is like getting knighted right here. There's a Shimano sticker going on the chain stays. There we go, we got pressure sensitive type of dealio going on here. Let's see if it works on rubber. Oh, wow, this is a new experience here. Rubber, chain stay. We got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. Come on now, come on now. We're there. Yes, and then you just got, yeah, okay, cool, cool. Just like in the hull of wetsuits here. There we go. Oh, Shimano. Here we go. Here's the moment, the big reveal. Oh, that's perfect. It is now a bike. Drew, thank you so much, dude.
Yeah,
You're the man. You're the man. There would be things crooked and loose and stripped on this bike if it weren't for you. And all the footage would be selfies, and nobody wants that. Knuckles in front of the camera. Look at. We even got air in the tires, man. So the bike, it's got suspension, it's got wheels, it's got drivetrain, it's got brakes, and it's the sickest downhill bike I've ever had. The new 2022 Trek Session. I can't wait to plow some downhill on this thing, but before I do that, I'm gonna go drop some chutes in Utah, and I'm gonna do that pretty soon. So the next time you see this bike, it's gonna be when I'm hopping on a plane with it to go visit my brother, Tyler McCaul, as in DDT Mac Tyler McCaul, and we go to Utah. And we hike our busted ankles up some hills, and then we just rip these tires down that nice soft dirt. Thanks for watching. This has been a bike build video, and the next video will be this bike ripping. Go over here and watch more videos. Go over here and subscribe to the channel. And good night.